All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Marachak Wadash. Then one to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. And peace, blessings, and salutations to all the fellow laborers of the hopeful elect tabernacle of David that are scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. Now, y'all peep this. There's a bill being introduced in Ohio. And I believe it's being set up to, regulate the population. We know that the elites, the globalists, one of the main inspirations behind population control is because they want, they need better control of the population. So there's all kind of measures to reduce the world's population. There's different methods of how they want to attack this particular objective. They always claim that it's, the world is overpopulated. It's not enough resources to go around. You have the Roe versus Wade situation with the lefters, for, women to have the freedom of choice to, if they want to eliminate, the offspring that's, sown inside of them, which, is not the woman that gives their child its members. It's not the woman that formulate that child in their body. It's not you that give them the genetic material, that they're formed with. But this devil will give you the license to, do wickedness. All right. And that's was at Sirach, the book of Sirach, where it says, the Lord do not give, I think it's Sirach 15, he do not give us a license to sin. But the devil does. All right. And he does it in the form of legislations, bills, all right, laws. And so I want to play this little clip right here. So this is a bill that's being introduced, and it's definitely bizarre. They really want to start getting very tyrannical, with how they want to regulate things on the planet Earth. So anyway, let's listen to this.
All right, a warning up front about this next story, okay? It may not be suitable for young children to hear, so just take a moment on that. We're talking about a new bill in Columbus. It's getting a lot of attention. It's nicknamed the Conception Begins at Erection Act.
Columbus Bureau reporter Morgan Trout explains it's an attempt to expand the conversation about unplanned pregnancies and whether men should be held accountable as well. One more reminder, this report does use technical language.
So, you had the pro-choice people, that they wanted the freedom to be able to, abort their offspring. And, you had the extremists on that end. But then on the flip side, you got pro-lifers that are trying to go extreme, with their belief. We're gonna drop a penalty, on the men instead of just the woman. All right, where we're gonna make it illegal for you to discharge, your seed of copulation. If it's not with the intent of basically fertilizing that egg, filling the embryo. So if you're doing it just for a release, and she gets pregnant and it wasn't your intention, you're gonna hear it. They're aiming for that to be a felony. it'll be a felony. So either use protection or go masturbate somewhere. Or if you do this and she gets pregnant and, you know, it wasn't consensual, or, you know, you didn't plan on it, or whatever the case may be, this can be a felony. And you're going to hear it. This is insane. All right. And these people really trying to take control of what you do, you know, with your body. All right. This is straight up tyranny. But let's listen.
You don't get pregnant on your own.
That's why gynecologist and Ohio State Rep Anita Samani wants to start regulating men's reproductive health care.
If you're going to penalize someone for an unwanted pregnancy, then why not penalize the person who is also responsible for the pregnancy?
She introduced a bill that would make it a felony for men to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilize an embryo. There are some exceptions, such as if you use protection during sex with a partner or masturbation. So what this would apply to is consensual sex without a condom, without actually wanting to procreate.
It's beyond ridiculous what's going on here. It's a mockery of the most basic biological concepts.
That sentiment is
Like, come on now. Is that serious? You can't help. All right, because it's not up to man on earth. So this right here, this is ridiculous. It's actually insane. Because, you know, what if you go in with the intent of, you know, procreating and it just doesn't happen? You know, whether you're infertile or whether she's infertile. You know? Like, sometimes a woman can be barren for a certain period of time, and then the Lord can open up the womb. You know what I mean? And they can, you know, just happen on a sudden. We're not in control of that. But you're going to be penalized if, you know, you go in and let me just play the video, man. This is ridiculous.
something both anti-abortion advocate Austin Beigel and Samani agree on.
If you think it's absurd to regulate men, then you should think it's equally absurd to regulate women.
So this is really a statement.
It is a statement.
Voters legalized and protected the right to abortion in 2023.
Wow. So we're going to go this extreme to teach you why it should be all right for women to destroy their offspring if they don't want it. This is yo. Oh man. Psalm 79, man. Yeah, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. This is straight up mad. What is she talking about? Yeah, we talk about being accountable, adults being held responsible, right? Which is pretty simple. If you don't plan on having a child, or you know you're not financially secure to have a child, then yeah, don't do it. But you're gonna use this as a reason to regulate the man because you want to take the accountability off the woman. Because that's basically what this is. This is insanity. And that's why in our kingdom, we ain't got to worry about stuff like this. And we already know the scriptures tell us that, you know, a little one shall become 1,000. You know, matter of fact, let me get that. Let's go to Isaiah 60. We ain't gonna have to worry about none of this. It is Isaiah 60:22, and it says, "A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in its time." That means that we're going to be producing strong, man. We're going to be fruitful and multiply, which was a commandment, given going back to the beginning, to keep the earth populated and replenished. But they're coming up with all type of, laws to regulate the population, and it's absurd. So you men, just to send you a message about how, it's all about trying to regulate what the woman do with her body. Well, we're gonna impose restrictions on you, and we're gonna make it a felony if you go against it. Huh? That's definitely an unrighteous decree. And if that, gain any traction and, somehow it goes through, I mean, I don't see it going through, but I could be wrong. But if that something like that goes through and it sets the precedent, then it's going to make men want to be afraid to even want to deal. Then you're going to have a shortage in population. Basically, this is another form of population control. And that's why women should not be dictating nothing, man. You shouldn't be in these high positions trying to, set forth orders and trying to, they shouldn't be in that position. All right. Paul said it already. He suffered not a woman to teach nor to usurp authority over the man. But in this society, this devil give women license to do so. It's wicked, man. But everything has been turned upside down. Isaiah 29. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. And this man, he's man. But like I said, in our kingdom, this ain't gonna be an issue. All right. Every attempt is gonna be to bring forth a child. All right, and our women are gonna be fertile, so you don't got to worry about one of your wives being infertile, barren. Let me get this in Psalms. Is it 128? It is Psalms 128:3. It says, "Thy wife shall be as a fruitful vine by the sides of thine house, thy children like olive plants round about thy table." So our women are going to be fruitful. Okay. And let's go to the previous chapter. And I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord." That's why the Lord even claims the firstborn as his first fruit. They're there to be consecrated to the Most High, right? It says, "Children are a heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward." And back in the ancient world, when things were actually normal, yeah, you had intercourse with your wife, with the intent of procreation. You had your child. And the woman, she wasn't chasing a career. She wasn't career oriented. All right. She wanted to be a wife and a mother. Okay. Because she's helping a man bring forth a legacy behind, man. So, it's very purposeful to have children. But Esau, he's destroyed, its significance. It's basically demonized now. So they shame you out of trying to procreate. And really, I honestly, Esau, they've been having trouble with, they've been having fertility issues. You know, they're dying more than they're producing. So their population has been reduced, and they've been fearful. That's been a thing of a fear, you know, for quite some time now. You know, being outnumbered and outpopulated by the darker races. You know, that fool Donald Trump, he's offering resettlement of South Africans, claiming that they're being oppressed over there. Huh? If you know the history of South Africa, man, you know, when you had them South Africans, they were out there pretty much protesting because of the apartheid, you know, that was set up over there. They was dealing with apartheid. There's another region in the earth where Esau went and colonized. The scriptures say he covered fields and take them by force. You know, they covered fields. They take them by violence. They oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Esau when he came out of the bottomless pit, he went into the world and just started conquering. The French, the Dutch, the British, the Spanish. That's what they did. So South Africa was colonized, but all of a sudden they're oppressed because, you know, those people over there decided to rise up against these devils, man. And then come to find out, Elon Musk's family, they came from South Africa. I'm like, that's real. Come on now, that's suspect. So if you resettle them over to the United States, but the people over here, right, which the west coast of America was used to be Mexico, but you're gonna banish them further south and tell them to get out of the country because you're illegal when this was their territory. But you're gonna say, well, you white South Africans, all right, I know y'all been oppressed, so if you want to, you know, you could be resettled over here. Hypocrisy, man. And he's blatantly showing you that he's clearly a white supremacist. Because he'll set it, it's a standard, you know, that they'll set for you that they won't set for themselves. Anyway, let me, you know, because I'm kind of, you know, ranting now. Back into the scripture. Psalm 127 and 3. I mean, I'll read 3 again. It says, "Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hands of a mighty man, so are the children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them." You know? And you should know what that's actually saying. All right, we're equipped to procreate and populate. That's why, you know, men have that many sperm cells. You know? So we're gonna go back to that position, because, you know, at least in the kingdom, you know, we'll have all the resources and the land and the riches. All right, so being secure, that won't be a issue. So we won't have a worry to have a child, man. You know, you're not gonna be thinking about, man, I hope I'm financially stable enough. You know, I hope she's down. I hope, you know, nothing goes wrong. You know, because Jake expect that curse to kick in. You know, once you have a child on this side. You know, whether the father, you know, he start to look evil towards the wife of his bosom, or the wife looks evil towards the husband of her bosom, or towards the children. That's a curse. For you to feel like you really don't want your child, you know, and become heartless. Because that's what you get right now, man. Because our people have been conditioned, to think that it's, taboo to have a child on the side because it'll ruin, uh, it'll ruin your chances of certain opportunities or you to chase your career. People want to, let me go to school and get degrees and, chase my dream before I even think about settling down and having a child. And before you know it, for some it's too late, and then you got women that they learn to be promiscuous very young and they end up with child, super early, and that's in the scripture as well, where it talks about how the child, he waketh, for his daughter. Let me see if I can find that. And to take care of that is the scriptures tell you to keep a sure watch over her, so you ain't got to deal with that. But these men, they give these young girls liberty to gather abroad, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So yeah, they wind up pregnant while they're still at home. Sirach 40. I think it might be 2. Sirach 42. Yeah, Sirach 42 and 9, it says, the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep. When she is young, lest she pass the flower of her age, and being married, lest she should be hated, in her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house, and having an husband, lest she should misbehave herself, and when she is married, lest she be barren. Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughingstock to thine enemies, and a byword in the city, and a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude. Yeah, she can become an embarrassment, to your household and your name. All type of talk and gossip. She making you a laughing stock. Usually they'd be the preacher's wife. You get up on that pulpit and talk all this, love the Lord, love God, and, give your life to Christ and all that shit. And his daughter out there being a freak. Just getting passed around, man. But that bill, that's very extreme to try to combat. It's one thing to hold people accountable, but that's just like, that's extreme. Yeah, they're wilding out. They're doing too much. So in the kingdom, everything is gonna go back to its rightful place. And everything will be done with a purpose. All right, and you can't control. When the Lord sends a spirit down, you're not in control of that. Okay. Isaiah 45 and 9, and I'm gonna let me see what it says in the Amplified. Yeah, Isaiah 45 and 9. And it says, woe, judgment is coming to him who quarrels with his maker. A worthless piece of broken pottery among other broken pieces equally worthless. Shall the clay say to the potter, what are you doing? Or does the thing say he has no hands? Woe, judgment is coming to him who says to a father, what are you fathering? Or to a woman, with what are you in labor? And this sick, bizarre world that we live in, it's like, it's just open rebellion against the Most High, man. And what he purposed in the earth is an extreme rebellion against it. So this got to end, man. And it's gonna stop when the Lord basically puts this man down. When Esau gets put down, when he gets overthrown, that's when all this madness is gonna stop. You know, when the Lord established that new heaven and a new earth wherein dwells righteousness, a righteous standard. All right. You know, you ain't gonna have women getting abortions. You're not gonna have men, you know, getting their rods patrolled. You know, you got rod patrol. You want to control what a man does with his rod. You're punished. All right. If you the scriptures already tell us what is illegal sexually. You lay with an animal, you and that animal got to be put down. You lay with a woman that's married to another man that's not your wife, you and her get put down. You force a woman that's married and she doesn't consent and she cries out, and you try to, you know, go into that and even put a child up in there, you getting put down. You and the adulterous woman, y'all lay down and y'all have a seed. There's a penalty for that as well. Sirach 23. All right. So, I mean, the Most High, he's wise in the things that he does. There's the reason why he has his commands. It's just men that are going the extra mile to just, you know, do wickedness. That's why it says in Ecclesiastes 7, I have made man to be upright, but they have sought out many inventions. Because on the other side, you had contraception for men. You know, where men can take birth control. It's just sick, man. You know? You got contraceptions that really, you know, stop the man from being able to, you know, produce seed. And the whole purpose is to be fruitful and multiply. So yeah, this world is done for. You know, this world is hastened to pass away. So yeah, man, I don't know what else to say, but this is what's going on. Okay. Yeah, more issues going on in the world. You know, before you try to, you know, regulate man and what he does with his rod, why don't you focus on this food that got all these chemicals and poison toxins in it. Everything that we're eating and drinking, shit is poison. You know? So yeah, man, I'm gonna end the lesson right there, and hopefully I will edify them and give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom.